Okay, let's dive into this. We all absolutely love our hilarious feline companions, right? But let's be honest, they do some completely inexplicable things. I mean, one minute they're purring away on your lap, and the literally next second they're sprinting down the hallway at 3 in the morning, or aggressively shoving your absolute favorite mug right off the coffee table. But what if I told you they aren't actually being weird at all? In this explainer, we're going to look at the truly fascinating science showing how our modern house cats are actually operating on millions of years of wild evolutionary programming. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. Number 1, decoding feline mysteries. 2, the tiny house predator. 3, driven by wild instincts. 4, feline love languages. And finally, number 5, enrichment and redirection. Let's get right into it. Section 1, decoding feline mysteries. All right, let's begin with a universally relatable question. Picture this. You've got a glass of water sitting on the table. Your cat walks right up, looks you dead in the eye, slowly extends a single paw, and just pushes it right over the edge. So why do they do this? Are they really just being malicious? Section 2, the tiny house predator. This whole dynamic brilliantly illustrates the big disconnect between us and them. See, we look at it and see malicious destruction, like a shattered vase on the floor. But the cat? The cat is actually conducting a highly complex sensory environmental analysis. You have to remember, cats are natural predators, and those little paws are actually precision instruments. Swatting at objects isn't meant to annoy you, it's a hardwired instinct to test if a potential prey item is alive, assess its threat level, and gather really crucial sensory data about texture and movement. On top of that, to a cat, gravity is endlessly fascinating. Knocking things over is basically a feline physics experiment to help them understand cause and effect. And here's the kicker. They are remarkably intelligent creatures. If knocking a pen off your desk consistently gets you to jump up and give them attention, well, even if it's negative attention, they learn incredibly fast that this behavior successfully works to engage you. Now, this predatory instinct leads us directly to another, well, kind of shocking mystery. If your cat goes outside, you've probably had the distinct displeasure of finding a dead mouse or a bird left right on your doorstep as a so-called gift. So the really crucial point here is that they aren't actually gifting this to you as a compliment. It's not a present. In the wild, mother cats teach their kittens exactly how to survive by bringing back prey. And even if your cat is spayed or neutered and has literally no kittens, that mothering and hunting instinct remains unbelievably strong. They are simply bringing their catch back to their safest core territory so they can eat it or store it for later. It just so happens that their absolute safest core territory is your shared living room. Section 3, driven by wild instincts. Okay, we've all been here. You buy an incredibly expensive, plush, orthopedic cat bed, and what does your cat do? They completely ignore the bed and immediately go to sleep inside the rigid, totally uncomfortable cardboard shipping box it arrived in. Why does this happen every single time? Well, the secret here literally comes down to science and survival. Cats actually have an ideal body temperature target of 86 to 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, that is much warmer than most of our homes are kept. Cardboard turns out to be an incredible insulator that perfectly retains their body heat. Plus, a box provides this super secure fortress for stress relief. It's a prime hiding spot to launch sneak attacks from, and it offers a really great safe texture for them to mark with their scent by scratching and chewing on the edges. Another wild instinct is their sleep schedule. Have you ever wondered why your cat is wide awake, loudly yowling, or just tearing through the house right when you're desperately trying to get some sleep? It's because cats are crepuscular. Basically, this means they're biologically hardwired to be most active at dawn and dusk. Why? Because those are the exact times their natural prey would be most vulnerable in the wild. And this crepuscular nature leads directly to what scientists call FRAP, which stands for frenetic random activity periods. But, you probably know this better as the 3 a.m. zoomies. When indoor cats don't burn off their energy during the day, all that pent-up hunting instinct just explodes overnight in rapid sprints, sudden jumps, and those hilarious puffed-up tails. Section 4, feline love languages. If a cat has ever walked right up to you and just firmly bonked their forehead against your shin or your cheek, you have experienced bunting. Now, this isn't them trying to tackle you or anything. It's actually the feline equivalent of a kiss on the cheek, and it's heavily, heavily driven by scent communication.
To really understand bunting, we gotta look at feline facial pheromones. These are secreted from glands right around their mouth, cheeks, and ears. The F2 fraction, that's used for sexual marking. F3 is used to mark familiar objects to create safe spatial zones. But F4, that is the specific pheromone deposited during social situations. So when they bunt you, a behavior scientists also call allo-rubbing, they are purposely depositing that F4 fraction to establish an affiliative relationship and promote bonding. By doing this, they are quite literally marking you as their possession. By mixing their unique scent with yours, they're reassuring themselves that you belong to them. It confirms that you are a secure, perfectly trusted member of their inner social group.
So, how exactly do they read these pheromones? Well, unlike human smell, cats use something really unique called the Fleeman response. If you've ever seen your cat sniff something, leave their mouth hanging slightly open, and make this absolutely hilarious stink face, well, they are actually pulling scents into a specialized receptor located in the roof of their mouth. It's called the Jacobson's organ, and it allows them to deeply analyze the complex chemical data left behind by other cats. It's pretty amazing.
Section 5, Enrichment and Redirection.
Okay, now that we've decoded the science, let's talk about how to peacefully coexist with these wild instincts without pulling your hair out. If you're dealing with a tiny predator bringing home dead wildlife, here is a concrete action plan. Step 1, put a quick release spell on their collar. This warns prey of their approach. Step 2, relocate those bird feeders. Placing them low or near the house literally creates an endless buffet for a hunting cat. And step 3, consider building a catio. This is an enclosed outdoor space that provides all the sensory enrichment of nature, but with zero risk to your local wildlife.
Now, what about taming those crazy crepuscular nighttime zoomies? You need to mimic the hunt during the daytime, increase interactive play with wand toys to get them moving, provide puzzle feeders so they actually have to forage for their food. Make sure to rotate their toys every few days so they don't get bored, and, oh, this is a really great trick, offer a small meal right before you go to sleep. See, in the wilds, cats hunt, they eat, they groom, and then they sleep, so a pre-bedtime meal naturally triggers that resting phase. The absolute golden rule of cat ownership is simple. Don't punish, redirect. We should never, ever scold a cat for its innate survival behaviors. If they're knocking things over or scratching up the furniture, it's simply because they lack an appropriate outlet. So give them designated play zones, plenty of approved scratching posts, and engaging toys to satisfy those million-year-old instincts. So I'll leave you with this final thought. How much wild is really left in your living room? The next time your cat casually shoves your pen off the desk, insists on sleeping in a delivery box, or just headbutts your chin, don't just see a weird pet. Look at them and marvel at the brilliant, tiny, ancient predator that has graciously decided to share their territory with you. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you next time.